If I tell you, or if your principal tells you, or if the government tells you, if they all tell you to never do a specific thing again, and they are serious about it, or else there will be not so nice consequences, would you actually jump and do that thing again? Now, I can imagine the reaction on your face, and before you go and do something stupid, don't. The next guy, who seems to be living only with his cat, whom I have some doubts about her being an actual cat, and I will get to that in a second, is not a believer in ghosts, as he described in his post, but after the video he recorded the other night, he might think differently. He may even consider a girlfriend to live with him because having a ghost as a partner isn't really the way to go. But are you actually seeing what's been happening lately? It has become so difficult for the younger generation to get a girlfriend or maintain one that ghosts are taking an unwelcome step into partnering these young men. Anyways, the dude was on his bed, preparing to sleep, when he noticed that his bedroom door wasn't bedrooming as it was supposed to. In other words, it moved on its own. He picked up the phone and started asking the ghost to do it again. He almost begged them, but eventually it happened again, not just once but multiple times. The man seemed to have had a mixed reaction. He was chill but also chilled. He then stood up to see his cat so he could take a breath. The cat was so dark that she deserved the name he gave her.
Do it again. Do it again. Think. Do it again. Jesus Christ. The fan. Wait, the fan. Okay. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. All right. That. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. Shadow? Shadow? What is it?
After watching the video, I guess you could have a good reason for why you would think his cat might be somewhat of a djinn. If you know about these mythical entities, which are not so mythical, then you know that cats, and specifically black cats, are their favorite. I think I have stumbled upon a good source of paranormal videos with the guy in the next clip. As they say, the small stone you underestimate might hold more power than you can handle. I think I have said this quotation many times before, and each time I have changed something in it. Regardless, let's bring it all in to Marco, as I would name him, to whom the ghosts also brought it all in. He was in an isolated room all by himself. He had his EMF detector, flashlight, and his faith. So what happened to Marco? The guy began the, whatever you want to call it, a session, let's say, and before he could even sit on the chair, here come some heavy thumps coming from the ceiling. Marco was enjoying it, though. He was fueling his heart with some creepy activity, so he was fed more and more until he couldn't handle it anymore. Was he sent to the hospital? What do you think? This isn't an eating competition where he pressured himself beyond his limits. No, he sat on the chair to conduct the session, but he couldn't actually because the door behind him kept being banged on and even opened on its own. There was also more sound coming from that room behind the door, so Marco had to keep an eye on what could be happening in there. But the ghosts were fed up with this man. They were like, what a tedious guest. So they began throwing stuff at him like a houseplant they sent on his head. But unfortunately, they missed the target. The atmosphere was getting creepy very rapidly.
A toda la gente. Golpe arriba. Qué bueno. Madre, silbar o chiflar.
Se me puso rojo de esa vaina. Se me una cosa, cualquier cosa grita porque creo que aquí arriba.
¡Ay, gonorrea! Me acaban de espantar de frente, huevón. Acá en la vida puerta, acá en la vida puerta, queda el Facebook grabado. Ay, no. Nunca le colocar una silla acá, weón. Energía contigo, uy, parce. Uy, no. Uy, no. ¿Cómo te llamas? Hola. Sí. Mi nombre es Felipe. Sí. ¿Quieres agredirme? Sono ahí. Uy, el baño. Manifiéstate. Alguien habló. ¡Culurri!
The moment a ghost actually throws something at me, like trying to hit me with it, I know my time is up. Like if they are getting aggressive, it's no longer just sensationally scary, it's getting physically scary. I always had that one thought in the back of my head because some idiot in elementary school decades ago wrote it there and used permanent ink, and it's still painted there. But in all seriousness, I always had that one fear that I may never even have to be bothered by if I don't do a surgery in the future. What if, midway through the surgery, while you should be anesthetized, you wake up? I really have that fear, and I'm sure there were many incidents of this type that happened throughout history, but it's extremely rare, though in the next video we are getting into one of these rare cases, and I was a little surprised that the house the investigator, Ian, has headed into is not only very well known, but it also has ratings like a hotel, and not bad ratings either. How ridiculously scary. It's called Sally's House. It was built in 1867 in the US. The home was once both the residence and medical office of Dr. Charles Finney. Legend has it that a young girl named Sally was brought there for emergency surgery, but awoke mid-operation and passed away due to that. I don't know what kind of anesthetic that doctor used on her, but I would believe that he had created it himself and wanted a testing subject, so that night he was brought one by fate, so he decided it was time, but it didn't go as planned for him. Now, when it comes to the subsequent investigation that takes place in this very same house, how true are these rumors about this place being haunted by the spirit of Sally? Well, very true, if that's even hers. Ian gets into the house and uses the K2 meter. Before he knows it, here come the sounds of thumps. These thumps occurred many times, but these were just an introduction of what was to come, as the fearful night was just starting. A music box was turned on by itself somehow, and these thumbs toward the end became footsteps, not to mention the weird orbs he saw in the basement. They were big black floating dots. Not only do these ghosts have malicious ways of frightening people, but they also didn't respect the statue of the Virgin Mary Ian brought and shattered it to pieces, then locked the man inside the basement. And if he didn't make it on time, not only would it have been dirty, but he also wouldn't have seen how artistic these ghosts can be when they use chairs.
I haven't even gotten the place yet, and I'm just chilled. I am just... The amount of just excitement, dread, just everything. So many different emotions, just a whirlwind. Locked in. Sally, are you here? I already feel like I'm just being watched. Could you manifest near this device? You don't have to be shy. It won't hurt you. Whoa. What was that? I heard like a thump sound. Is that you? Holy, there it is again. Hello? On the count of 3, could you make that sound again? 1, 2. Oh my God. Okay. It wasn't quite 3, but... Alright, I'll grab my K2 meter. I'm gonna go look, see what's going on. I'm gonna back away from the K2 a bit. Give you some space. It won't harm you. Whoa. What the? Are you trying to open this cabinet? What the heck was that? Oh, weird. There's like a rosary right here. Is that like for protection? For whatever is in this house? They even got like a Bible right there. Whoa. Dude, that rosary was moving. It just moved on its own. What the? Are you moving that rosary, Sally? Not seeing anything in the photos yet. What the? Did you hear that? Hello? That must sound like music. Like twinkling music. Sally, was that you? Is it like a toy going off? If that's you, Sally, could you make that same sound you just made? All right, well, let's go up and take a look. Whoa! Where is that coming from? Is it in there? Dude, it's like a music box playing. From where, I don't know. It's coming from up here somewhere. There it is. There's the music box. Let's see if it's what I heard. This thing's like latched shut. No way, dude. Are you serious? How? She would have had to have opened that. I'm gonna capture her again in one of these photos. Whoa, 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 whoa! Did you see that? About this road across the doorway. That is creepy on so many levels. Oh my gosh. Sally, what happened? On that night, your mom brought you here. Could you tell me what happened? I heard you don't like men. Do you not like me? Whoa, 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 whoa. What did she just say? What did she just say? Is he here right now? Sally. Who is the demon? Oh, God. Okay. No. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Something to laugh at. Whoa, what was that? Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm done with this. I'm out of here. Are there any spirits or entities that have come from this? What the heck is that? I don't know if you're seeing that, but it looks like black orbs. I'm seeing like black dots floating around this thing. Did you see that? What the hell is that? Are those like flies? Bugs? I might try to snap some pictures. Whoa. Do you see that? There's something coming out of that. This pentagram. There's some type of form rising up out of that. Honestly, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I've got this Virgin Mary right here. I'm gonna put her on the pentagram and see if that agitates anything. I don't know. I might regret this. I don't know what this will do. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help this place. Perhaps bring down some of the dark activity. All right, let's see how this goes. Whoa. Hello? What was that? Holy. Who did that? Who's there? That was loud. I take it you don't want me to do this. Holy. This is not good. Dude, the energy is absolutely intense in here. Whoa. Did she just move? I just heard her move. Dude, I swear to God, I just seen something. She just shattered into a million pieces. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. What the? Oh! Oh, no, 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 no. I need to get out of here right now. No, 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 no. Please. Please, 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 please. Dude, somebody's holding. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here now. Come on, come on, come on. Are you serious? No way. Dude. I was literally thinking about going back inside, and now I am... There's nobody in there. That light should not be on. It just came on by itself. I'm just gonna keep watching. See if the lights turn off. Dude! Holy... She just looked through the window! She just looked out the window. She looked down. It was like she looked right at me. Like she knew I was here. And she's just waiting. Sally, are you up there? Sally. Oh my God. Dude, I just heard footsteps up there. It sounded like little footsteps. What the heck is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are those moving? Those should not be moving. Are the other ones moving? There's something not right in here. Something not right at all. Hello? Sally, are you down here? It's demonic. It's demonic. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Turn the lights on. Why aren't the lights working? This one just came out. Thank God. Oh, gee.
I honestly think that the way they repositioned these chairs was just a work of art. The speed in accomplishing such decoration plus the result itself. But I'm sure I have seen the exact same style in many paranormal videos before. If you ever see someone crying on the street alone, regardless if that person is old or young, don't bother them. Even if you felt so nosy, just ask them once what the problem is, and if they don't answer, leave them alone. But if you encounter such an incident at night, don't even think about asking even once, because then you would have sculpted your name on the board of wasted talents that the lights have not been shed on yet. Let me explain by telling you about the next video. A guy was wandering around when he noticed that young girl was sitting all by herself on the sidewalk. She is little and it's pitch black out there. She was crying and from what it seemed in desperate need of help, but our young fella ended up being the one who was in desperate need of help at the end. When he asked the girl what's the matter and she never replied, she ended up giving him the response he will never forget, that he made it out of there safe. The girl has a ghostly face that was so creepy that when someone walked in on me while I was watching the video, I was anticipating that person to have the same face as the girl in the video for some reason.
Siapa? Ngapain? Kok nangis di sini? Kamu siapa? Nggak tahu. Kenapa? Kok makin kenceng sih? Hujan ini.
Yuk, yuk, masuk yuk. Siapa ini? Kenapa? Yuk, masuk yuk. Kena hujan nanti, kena hujan. Yuk, kena hujan yuk. Ayo, yuk. Kena hujan nanti. Yuk, masuk yuk. Ayo, masuk. Masuk, ayo. Kenapa, kamu kenapa?
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to see that alone at night because it might appear in my dream. I'm not the kind of person who jumps out of bed when seeing a nightmare, but it's better to witness something nice in your comfort time. I have not been as confused regarding a paranormal story as I am right now with the next clip. The story of it seems so simple, but has a twist, and a weird one too. So the video is describing a case where a family is living in a haunted house. There is nothing new about such a case, but the house itself is currently owned by Kengo and his wife. The house was supposed to be Kengo's brother's house, but the guy passed away before he could even live in it. Now, before you jump to a conclusion and think that Kengo was the one who took out his brother, if he had done so, he wouldn't be here telling his story and asking some investigator to make a video about his house. What happened is that Kengo's brother has taken his own life, and then it was later revealed that the brother asked Kengo if he would be okay to give him his second daughter. See, I'm telling you, the story is weird and gets even weirder. Obviously, Kengo refused, but then Natsu, who's Kengo's wife, revealed that the second daughter was in fact Kengo's brother's daughter. So does that mean that she cheated on him? Or was the transcript of this video mistaking the interpretation of some context? Anyways, the investigation came as the family began seeing shadow figures that resembled that second daughter of Kengo. Meguro, the investigator, has captured some chilling encounters, like footsteps and sounds of objects being moved, but perhaps the one activity that had the deepest meaning was the sound of someone whispering, "Chee!"
今一通りこの家を撮影させていただきまして、暗視カメラなどを仕掛けてさらに何か撮れないか探っていこうと思います。今照明何か撮れないか探っていこうと思います。今照明
The chi, as you heard in the video, was actually, as described by the family, referring to that very same second daughter, whose name is Chihiro. So the question remains, is there cheating involved here? Or was it just some misinterpretation? Who would win in the next Super Bowl? And the most important one of all, did you subscribe and watch the next video on screen?